Hey Disneyers, Lori and Drew here, and we are about to take you on a tour of the two pools at the All-Star Movies Resort in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. The two pools you'll be seeing in this video are the Fantasia Pool and the Duck Pond Pool.
So follow us into the All-Star Movies Resort. What better place to start but at the beginning, Lori?
Exactly. You know, the All-Star Movies Resort is one of the value resorts at Walt Disney World. They typically have some of the most reasonable prices on the rooms, but one of the things that they really don't skimp on, I find to be the pools.
Yep.
If you're going with your family, you want some good resort time, you're spending that resort time at their pools.
The kiddos like to head straight for the pools, even if it's a little cool in Florida. They still like doing the pools. We're gonna start at the Fantasia Pool here, and we're actually gonna not start at the pool itself, but over to one side a little bit at the splash pad. This is also where one of the two laundry facilities on the All-Star Movies property is found. The other one is right by the other pool. But right here, this is where the littlest kids can play, and it's off to the side of the larger pool. So if you have kids that aren't strong swimmers yet, this is a fun place where you can splash around in the Florida heat and get a little break.
Yeah, these are so key for parents with smaller kids. I feel like splash pads were not as prolific when our son was in the 2-year-old range, but I would have killed for a splash pad sometimes.
Yeah, moving along to the largest pool. This is kind of the Marquee Pool, the main pool. It's the Fantasia Pool, and it's on the opposite side of the All-Star Movies lobby and the main entrance. So if you arrive by bus, the bus will drop you off on the other side of the building that we're looking at right now. And if you walk through that building and out the other side, you'll pop out where we're standing, which is right at the entrance, the main entrance to the Fantasia Pool.
Yeah, and with all the value resorts, all the All-Star resorts, even Pop Century, the layout is really similar. You almost always have the flagship pool up there right by all the other like key facilities, by the food hall and by the check-in and all of that. You almost always pop out right into vacation times with the gigantic flagship pool, which is the Fantasia Pool here.
Well, let's take a closer look. I like the design of this pool because you're kind of flanked by the giant enchanted brooms from Fantasia. And right in the center of the pool is, I guess it's supposed to be a stage and a curtain, as though this is Phantasmic or something. I don't totally get it.
Well, yeah, it's the Sorcerer Mickey fountain, but yeah, they put that stage behind him as though we're not just watching Fantasia, but we're like seeing a stage production of Fantasia. Yeah.
Well, these fountains are fun. They're these giant fountain jets of water that shoot up off of this cliff that Mickey is standing on. Again, a cliff. I mean, I guess that's from the Sorcerer Mickey passage of Fantasia.
Yeah.
But it is awfully reminiscent of Phantasmic as well.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I mean, that's another thing I love about the value resorts is even though you're not getting all of the high-end like treatments that you get at some of the other resorts, like the theming, they do not skimp on the theming, and that's huge around the pools, which I really, really like. And especially if you're traveling with younger kids, that's all they care about. They don't care that there are 10 bars. They don't care that there's a spa. Like, they just want that theming, and especially they want to go to the pool. So that's why the value resorts are just so great for young families.
Well, in this section of the resort right here, this is where the Mighty Ducks guest rooms are. And speaking of theming, they have these giant Mighty Ducks hockey helmets and the big giant hockey sticks as well. And off to the right here, you'll see the Duck Pond Pool, which is the second pool on the All-Star Movies resort property.
Yeah, which is funny because, you know, it's 2022 and I'm like, Mighty Ducks, that was like pool level movie.
Right, like you're trying to remember, was that movie such a hit that they just, when it came out, they were like, yeah, we gotta do a pool after this thing.
I mean, that movie came out in '92 and this resort was built in '99. So yeah, there was a lag there, but not so much of one that it I mean, yeah, that was a really popular movie. You know, it's rare that you see them employ like one of their live action movies for like the big theming around the resorts, but it really works here. It's really cute.
And off to the right here, you see Goofy tending Goal.
Yeah, just in case
it's gonna go well.
Just in case they knew that kids were like, "What is this? This isn't Mickey." They were like, "Just give them a Goofy goalie."
And the theming here is really great. I mean, it's a hockey rink and it's a hockey arena, and you know, from this vantage point, it's really kind of cool. Like it's the disappearing into the distance there. You've got the big angled hockey sticks coming down, and you have the gate all the way around the outside. So as we exit the duck pond pool area, we'll take a peek over here to the left, which is where the other laundry facilities are. And the theming here is great too, because they're like hockey lockers.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
And you got Donald's and Daisy's. And I guess if you...
they're the ducks. Yeah. I get it.
And if you just have laundry to do, I guess you're just a duck. You just go in the middle set of doors.
Sure, why not? True, fun fact.
Yep.
How much water's in the duck pond pool?
At least 100 gallons.
105,438.
Oh my goodness.
That's really specific. That's on the website. I didn't measure it myself.
You weren't out there with a tablespoon and a calculator?
I want to know what time of day. Are they accounting for evaporation, you know?
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this tour of the two pools of the All-Star Movies Resort. Until next time, thumb, sub, bell, Lori, Drew, farewell.